Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Please feel free to write me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any questions regarding to this video or any other videos that I have posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. This video is a request from a viewer. He asked me, how did you cook a chicken fried rice? Now, cooking a fried rice is very straightforward. If you follow a basic template, you can cook a fried rice almost with any ingredients that you would like. However, in some cases, such as chicken, the timing of cooking the chicken might be slightly different from cooking the fried rice. So the best thing to do is that to cook the chicken separately. So this way, you can control the exact doneness of the chicken. And then you combine it with the fried rice. And this is an example to demonstrate how I call it combinatory cooking, that you cook different ingredients separately and then you combine them together. When you cook fried rice, you have to use leftover rice. In fact, fried rice originated as a way to use leftover rice. So it is important that after you cook the rice, you should leave the rice in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours. This will dry out the rice and prevent the rice from sticking and burn to the bottom surface of the wok. I'm going to cook this fried rice in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. One of the most important things is that you need to prevent the fried rice stick and burn to the surface of the wok. I use a method, I call it spot seasoning, which means that you can season the wok right at the spot before you start to cook. I start out with 2 tablespoons of canola oil. I heat up the oil until it starts to smoke gently. I turn down the heat and I let it to smoke for another 15 seconds. And this is the time when the wok is being seasoned. I turn the heat back up and now I am ready to cook. The first step in cooking this fried rice is to stir fry the chicken first. I use a method I call shallow frying. Basically, I'm going to lay out the chicken on the surface of the wok. I use the Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok because it has a relatively large flat surface area, which is about 9 inches across. So it actually works like a small frying pan. It is large enough for me to spread out the chicken into a thin layer. I'm going to fry chicken on one side and then I turn it over and fry the other side. The chicken has been coated with 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 1 teaspoon of sugar. The cornstarch will give the chicken a light breading and this will create a crispy texture. The sugar will cause the chicken to caramelize and this will give the chicken a blackened flavor. I'm going to use about 8 ounces of chicken to cook this dish. The chicken has been prepped in advance. As soon as I took the chicken back from the supermarket, I cut it up into small pieces that's ready for stir frying. And then I package them in such a way that it has a thin layer that when I put them in a bowl of warm water, it will have maximum contact with the water. And this will allow the chicken to thaw out in less than 10 minutes. Using this method allows me to have chicken anytime I want. And cooking this chicken is very fast. It takes only about 4 to 5 minutes. Now I'm going to set the chicken aside. I'm ready to cook the fried rice. The next step is to cook the egg. Since the wok has already been seasoned, all I need to do is to add some oil and I'm going to add the egg directly to the wok. There are many different ways how to cook eggs for the fried rice. This method will allow me to have maximum flavor of the egg in the fried rice. Basically, what I'm doing is that I scramble the egg and I cut them up into small pieces. This method works really well if you like to have a good flavor of the egg. Next is I'm going to add about 3 cups of rice. This rice has been in the refrigerator for about 48 hours. The rice tend to be rather hard because in the refrigerator they tend to stuck together. So the best way to break up the rice is to use something called a hamburger meat smasher. Basically, this tool is normally used for break up the ground beef when you make spaghetti sauce or when you make chili. While I'm breaking up the rice, I know that the rice is going to stay at the bottom of the wok for a little while. So at this point, I'm going to turn the heat to medium or medium-low. That will prevent from burning the rice while I'm trying to break them up. I have not found a better way to break up the fried rice than this particular tool, so it is essential to have this in your toolkit. Next, I switch to the wok spatula. Now I can stir fry everything together. At this point, you can turn the heat of your burner back to high. Because from now on, you're going to stir fry all your content together, and you don't have to worry about any food ingredients from getting burned. I think in this video, it demonstrates the importance of the wok spatula. If you have a good wok spatula, you can stir fry the content far more efficiently and effectively. This way will help you to mix everything as thoroughly as possible. At the same time, a large wok is also very beneficial. This is a 14-inch wok. First of all, the larger capacity allows you to cook a larger portion of fried rice. And secondly, even if you have a smaller portion of fried rice, if your wok is too small, such as a 12-inch wok, it is quite likely you're going to spill things outside of the wok. So a large wok will help you to, number one, will reduce things from spilling out of the wok. And number two, it will also reduce splattering. When you use a wok spatula, there are two motions that you find it very useful. One is that push the content back and forth over the surface of the wok. The important thing is that you want things that continually circulate through the middle part of the wok, because this is where the heat is located. And the second motion is that to use the wok spatula like a shovel to turn over the food ingredients. By now, the rice has been thoroughly broken up. The next step is that I'm going to add some vegetables to the fried rice. I'm going to use a combination of chopped zucchini as well as chopped carrot. Now, you can use almost any type of vegetable that you would like. Frozen vegetable is a good alternative, particularly if you don't have fresh vegetables. In this case, I happen to have some zucchini in my advanced prepping, so I'm using a manual food processor to chop it up. And I also have some carrot. Now, the next step is that I took the chicken that I've cooked earlier, I chopped them up into small pieces so it would fit better with the fried rice. Now I add them into the rice. After a few mix, I'm going to season the fried rice with my Wok with Tak basic seasoning mix. This seasoning mix will allow you to enhance the natural flavor of the food ingredients by adding umami flavor to the dish. In this case, I use about 1 tablespoon of the seasoning mix. If you'd like to give it a try, I have this seasoning mix available on Amazon. I have the link below the video. Cooking this fried rice is very fast. The total cook time is about 8 minutes. Because I have all the food ingredients available in my advanced prepping, all I have to do is to get them out from the refrigerator. The only thing I need to do is use my manual food processor to chop up the zucchini and the carrots. I cook this fried rice use a basic fried rice template. In this template, you can add everything to the fried rice as you cook the rice. However, in the case of any ingredients that take longer time to cook, and you also want to control the doneness and the texture of these ingredients, then the best way to do it is to cook them separately, as in this case with the chicken. You can use the same approach. If you want to add beef, you can cook the beef first before you add them to the fried rice. Once you understand this basic template, making this fried rice is really simple and straightforward, require no recipes. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system, which will help you to make your home cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun. If you'd like to learn more about this cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.